howdy y'all. It's me, Editor Rainraven, making a little side adjustment to let you all know that the audio for this podcast is a little bit wonky, as we had a lot of technical difficulties when me and White Wolf went and visited Sigfrid Ufar for Midsummer. Hope you all enjoy, and hopefully next time when we all get together, the audio and technical difficulties won't be the same. Thank you and enjoy.
Fucking everything on top of it. Because I pulled those off, so I'm not gonna burn the green. But
I think
it worked because it pulled off all the water. Much colder. It feels good, but proper posture. You need like.
Okay.
Fine, yeah.
That's up to them.
Table's tall. That seat was higher.
A little bit. Fucking love this.
But my knees are bent when I'm sitting down. That's not like. Yeah, but I was taller in that chair. Made me feel better. Not good, just better.
Yeah. It's gonna be real.
Always fun.
Recording already? Oh fuck. Okay.
Okay, so a few things going on. We've done 3 different meditations in the last couple days.
Oh.
Yeah. Exhausting.
Yeah. Was that your first guided one? I feel like that went.
My first.
Oh shit!
So many Midsummer firsts. That's great.
Damn. Had to go there with
Midsummer with a cherry on top, and just.
Hey, hold on.
How do you? What did you focus on? So that.
So kind of how I need to find myself grounded, and I know a lot of people.
Breathing helps with that, but having someone actually walk you through steps on grounding yourself, it's almost easy. They have to do less focusing on it because they're being told their way through. That's awesome. It was a very good one. I really enjoyed sitting through that.
There's no more.
Yeah. What movement?
I just want to like the pop or anything. For people's protections. Hi. Showing anything?
So,
reading? Oh, is it picking up?
Oh, is it?
Is that
picking up anything? My side.
It's not Brady.
Okay, good.
Oh, that one's irrelevant.
So
Yeah, that's the orange peel one.
for future.
Like at all? Why would you call a duck a horde?
Okay.
Oh, okay. I know. It's true.
Like words.
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Or like black. I had to go live.
Yeah.
Well,
why do you keep fucking ducks?
Yeah. What was petting zoo experience did you?
Purpose of the duck fucking.
The whole.
I guess.
I'm kind of surprised.
I've heard the things. I just obsessed with the duck. Not the duck this time.
Right.
So it's recording all of it too.
Oh, yeah.
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 Like video recording
Yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah. We're doing great. Behind this. What time is it, sweetheart?
Fucking mute it. Ah, basically.
Hello, hello, hello.
Probably didn't pick up that this whole time then.
Oh, hi. Yes, it is actually
Yeah,
recording.
we've been saying awful
It's
things.
fine.
This is weird.
Whoever wants.
Oh,
Anything,
shit.
Brooke? We. Y'all are going to be in track of that.
Yeah, hold on.
There's the system.
There.
Apparently. Sounds like that. I don't know what those are doing with the system.
Yeah.
All right.
So, who? Liar dice,
I don't know.
mumbly peg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Well, I got two.
Liar dice.
I don't think this was this dice or was this
Who? We'll do the red mumbly peg.
It's blood.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
why I assumed the red would be the low. The bloodshed, the
So yeah. So Coob, mumbly peg, liar's dice, and then playing. What was the other game?
Rochambeau.
Fuck. It was. I think we have horseshoes. We just need.
Maybe it's just that do like miscellaneous on game. Like I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. Or whatever other miscellaneous game. Those are the three.
Yeah.
That seems legit. You are.
Yeah. Fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right, let's try this guy out. Would you tell me about what I'm about to
that was a personal mead that I made.
get out of yourself?
Yeah, I did. So that was that came off my own in my little black book of recipes. Been jotted down. It's around 12% alcohol,
Nice.
so fairly mild for some of the meads that I've made, but it has that citrus flavor comes through on the front. It doesn't smell.
No, it's very honey. I love.
It's honey forward on the nose, but flavor when it hits your palate, you can taste the citrus, and it's super smooth. Like, God, I love it. It's one of my second favorite recipes.
Oh.
I think all is
Hey.
Hey.
Fly.
Appropriate.
Skull.
Skull. Yeah, I like
different
that.
than your.
It is. It's very, very different from the other one that I've done before.
I like
There's-
it.
So it was I was like, you know, I want to see if I can make a blood orange and get the color to come through on it, and it kind of did. Golden honey, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it got a little bit of a red tint to it, and that's all I wanted it to. With
Oh,
the blood orange.
Jurassic Park.
great. But no, I like this one a lot. Probably my second favorite one that I've so far. The raspberry is solid number one.
That's the one that needs to get bottled still.
Yeah.
Saying needs to get bottled.
In my mess of an office that you can all see now. That's why I'm normally blurred out.
Yeah, barely fine.
Yeah,
Barely. Well, if anything, it's all blurred out, but you.
Fucking disaster.
You need a lot of blurred stuff.
The fucking mess. Sorry.
Very nice.
The rest of my house is fairly well put together at the moment. That one, not so much.
The only place we can go where humans aren't all about.
Yes.
Okay, so we did grounding meditation, selves, finding our centers, living in existing in the. Sleep Eater, what about you?
I took that approach, then it was the fire method. All the emotions, all the people, everything that your conscious mind focuses on. I took that instead of using the fire pit method. Fairly abhorrent too, if you remember. Because
I know the fire pit. I know the fire pit first.
That was a different level.
Oh, right.
But I did that instead of using fire. I used and as you're walking down the stream and those thoughts come in, take a lead. Stream, not on forever, but follow you down the stream, but not.
I like. Yeah, it's like having a companion.
And as you go, and as you're going, those feelings and emotions at the end, pulling them back in. Instead of just dumping everything you care about into a fire and then being like, okay.
Big game in hell. That's cool.
So, I liked it. From the reactions that I got.
And you mentioned the distractions?
Emotions, those things that keep your conscious mind going. And it was the release of conscious mind and letting that flow enter your about yourself.
I like that.
Yeah.
I was not here for that.
Very unfortunate.
Nice. I just did one fairly. And it's not like a deep dive, but a deeper, more complex method of being more of an aura object focused meditation. Instead of using like a rune for an anchor, like what I usually do, I get people asking me how to clear the mind, how to just focus on one thing and block everything else out. And to a certain degree, you can. To a certain degree, you can. So I kind of lean into, instead of eliminating everything outside of your anchor, whether it be an object, whatever, recognize everything around it in its place. Organize it as if it were there with my example. In my mind, I'm in a room and I see a ball and I pick up a ball and all that stuff, but I'm focused on the ball. Everything around it I still recognize, but it's in its place and it's accounted for. So it's not coming at us random, not lines, and then doing more of like a step back or sense of knowing the sight, the objects, and then stepping back and seeing aura around it. Or so it's kind of on you. It's the go technique where you can do it, but it's more to the chaos than trying to come back.
Yeah. So, I actually already talked about mine, but I was muted.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah, my meditation was about mindfulness, and focusing on the now, focusing on what's important in life, and not thinking about the uncontrolled aspects that are in everyday life. Whether it's, hey, there's a storm coming, I gotta prep for it. Who knows if it's going to be a blizzard because it's this state.
Yeah, sorry.
Rain, snow.
Yeah.
We're rain.
That's snow.
And that's basically it.
Yep.
Yeah. And then here it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went up to the top of the mountain yesterday. Snow.
Yeah.
Like, I can throw it at them. It would melt. The thought was there. Snowball fight in July or in June.
they cared about you enough.
That's what I'm saying. We'll go snow fight in June. That's fine.
But anyways, like we're at Midsummer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Talk about. Not really. That's what I kept saying.
We're all together for the first time, other than when I took my oath.
Oh, yeah.
First time all together as a bloat.
That sucks. Are you guys? So, are we wanting to have randos as well today? They want to walk down.
Ready?
I told a contemporary of ours to come down here when he got.
Well,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I was thinking like Carla, like
Batman wanted it.
This is
Did he? Did Johnny want to come? Okay.
And I told him, I was like, yeah, we're ready.
I know we're setting
Okay.
up. We can just make
All right.
sure they're aware
Hell
that
yeah.
we just
Yeah.
filmed and
I
asked
just said-
questions.
One at a time.
Time. Come ask the questions, man. To explain, so they can probably see fucking random. What we're doing is playing Midsummer games. So right now, it's actually Midsummer Day.
Yes, it is.
So everybody here locally, okay.
Good people.
So what we're doing is the community is out there playing games, doing things, competing with each other, and as a way to keep track of who's games, who's things, we have different glass beads, which you guys heard kind of our
Yeah.
explanation of how that's going to go. But at the end of the day, summer bloats, we will take these glass beads, count them up from each individual who's played the games and competed, and whoever has the most, whoever's won so many games, is crowned as champion.
Yeah.
So this is just our way of keeping track of those. But it's been, I think this is going to work really well. I like this idea. Because then it shows, well, this person won a lot of games of Krug, or this person won a lot of games of Liar's Dice. So they get to show their skill in certain aspects. But
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, organizing Midsummer, like stacking water.
stacking, not frozen water.
Did you guys do anything this morning?
This morning, actually, you guys showed up right about when I did, and that's when people started rolling in because the games started around noon, which they did.
Yeah, that worked out.
Yeah, that's what I told everybody yesterday. I was like, you know what, we're gonna start playing games. Get here around noon, around lunchtime. We're just gonna start rolling into the game, start playing hard, playing heavy. So yeah, no, and it's been going well. This Midsummer's been a lot more relaxed than previous.
That's good. Yeah. It's nice to have
However, I felt like something was missing the entire time.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Aw. Yeah, thanks, guys.
We're trying our best.
No, it's been good, but it's that having everybody leave instead of being camping or out somewhere.
I see that.
It's just there all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, the showers
Yeah.
by day 3. Yeah, so I'll take that.
That absentees. Go home, sucks, prep, make questions, whatever. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's just a little different, and it's not bad, but I don't think I would do it again. I think this would be 4 years type thing.
Oh.
Camping and non-camping. So the non-camping aspect, I think I would do that. I would like to do that every 4 years, once every 3rd year, something like that. The community, but don't know if they've expressed these feelings to you guys. Everyone, since day 1 of Midsummer, has gone home.
Good.
Most people told me they just went home and crashed. Like,
Yeah.
went into a coma, crashed.
Them clean.
Either way, I'm good with. But
Yeah.
the few people come up to me and like, my dream, abs, what the hell? I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't.
That's good. I mean, that's a good thing though. Or
They can feel it at least on some level, and possibly a subconscious level. where they're dreaming. And some of them been too from what
That's good. Yeah, there have been a few questions that have been asked the Gothar so far that have been some pretty good ones. Some we're even still into, not just firing off the cuff to make sure we get possible solutions.
I know, and there's been a few I could, and I was like, I can't. I personally don't feel like question right now.
Not can. Yeah,
Should and it, a couple of those. Oh man, I just don't feel like I should be the one to answer that. So I've luckily been able to send them to you guys. Been like, listen, I love you to death, but right at the moment, I don't feel like I should be the one to answer that. So I've sent them to you guys, and having that backup as a Gothi
it's so
in this environment is.
I've done it with and without other Gothar. The ones with me, it is time to be.
Yeah.
I took your White Wolf.
Yeah,
Really?
Sunrise.
tell us about it.
So I woke up fucking early.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Okay.
And I got some sunflower seeds. Got a strawberry. Now, see that as a double edge, as summer and everything.
Who won? Oh, we're kind of witnessing that right now.
Oh, yeah. So
Do we have? Finish your thing. Finish your thing.
Yep. So I was just hailing Suna and Olu. I had a good time.
yeah,
I really did.
it looked good. Out in the front, right where we go, come in, come out. That really good offering.
All right. So
I'm Johnny.
Hello.
So we've got the camera rolling. I think you're in. Okay, cool. I can't see the computer. So questions for us. All right.
So the
let's
first
go.
question I do have. Sorry, is this better? Oh, and I just
Yeah.
broke it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thought I could have just done that. Okay. All right. Better?
There we go. Should be good now. Is it? Is it?
Is it
Try
better?
talking.
I'm Johnny.
Okay, we're
Cool.
good.
Okay. All right. So
Jeez.
I would wreck this one.
You're good. Question.
So why did Sigurd on his wife with Brunhilde? What
To the Volsung saga.
Need a fucking book right
Hold on.
Volsung Saga.
Yeah.
It's what caused them to break the oath.
I'm pretty sure he. Right.
It's been a while. It's
Figured it didn't. Your consequence. Things. Books. We
Have the books. Volsung saga.
that one.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
I know what you're talking about. Technically,
The most
it was king.
inspiring person ever.
Technically, king. Oh, next.
I want to say off the top of my head because he was if I remember right, figured out there was a spell or whatever that was put on desirable because the parties had two one, and so they basically worked together to pry them apart or to them into adultery or into therefore destroying the marriage bond and making them separate. Don't know. Oh,
Okay. That sounds terrible. Sigurd's wife? Speaking of. Okay.
So my other question: how do we spread pagan? All right. So the question I do have is, how do we spread Norse paganism all over the place? Okay, my bad.
You're better now, but
Okay,
the mics are sensitive.
yeah,
They're very.
Like,
I'm sorry.
they're
So
they're,
sorry.
they're sensitive. So
Oh, don't worry, I'll treat it right.
okay.
I mean, it's meant for only one picks up your audio, and whether we're talking, it doesn't go on your mic; it goes on their.
Okay.
So very delicate.
I figured out.
Okay. Well, how do we spread Norse paganism throughout the whole entire like country, especially on the East Coast, since the East Coast is more Catholic driven? And how do we also convince solo practitioners part of a clan in general have a sense of community? I know it's a little bit. I've spoken to other people that are solo practitioners, and it just seems like they're very intimidated by being a part of a clan, or just even discussing the real.
So I'll speak to the solo part of it. I was a solo practitioner for a long time because
Talking about you still.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I was, I was a part of a kindred. I am no longer, well, I still kind of am because, hey, I'm my kindred. And yeah, I'm doing.
No way.
The kindred keeps charging me dues. I can't afford it. And anyway, so you being a part of the kindred, being out of a, I personally would not go back. And it has nothing to do with, like, they'll want to say it's intimidation, whatever else. It's really kind of the thought and concept of being boxed in styles. So, like, if you join a kindred clan or whatever you call it, in like covens, whatever, due to guidelines that, well, you can have your, obviously, but has a very structured organization, and sometimes take away that free will or that desire, or not even desire, but like that ability to kind of take them. So a lot of practitioners will go to events to spend time with each other, to get individuals involved, to have discussions, but not to inform or try to convince each other they're wrong, how to practice it. So that to me is a big reason why.
So it's just freedom.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. And any good, kindred clan community, obviously invite them in at the time, not even being part of their, having to spend time with them. So the kind of aspect of being a solo practitioner, if you're surrounded by folks, you'll probably be invited to a lot of midsummers and events and things like that without having to. So it's kind of a win. Even if you don't get invited all the time and it's more restricted to where like you can't come unless you're part of it, that to me is kind of a red flag anyway. So you might be doing yourself a better service by not. But that to me is the barrier or the understanding between solo practitioners being scared to join and more they're seeing it as being.
It does make sense. And how can we?
So, you think that could be attributed to your gothy lifestyle, not not wanting to be boxed up?
Yeah,
I think that's the factor.
And it could be that wandering, that freaking like itchy leg to get out and do.
Yeah.
It might be that I don't want to. My state of mind of being down, kind of what I said, but not like for me. That makes me, and that makes me antsy. So I'd want to move. So it could have been very. I was a solo practitioner and still am now. My lifestyle or mentality of always moving and more so wanting to meet the next kindred clan along my path instead of having to
Settle down with one.
instead of being kind of like a for other kindreds. Like if I'm part of a kindred, I talk to another kindred.
Yeah.
And learn one of them.
I mean, that's kind of cool to have Gothar contract tied down.
And that's kind of the idea behind it. Exactly. I do a lot, and it doesn't always happen, mind you, but I.
Oh, Johnny, this is a new Uppsala. This business talk about Gothar.
I don't understand any of the things that you guys are really talking about. I'm just going with that's why I'm keeping my fucking mouth shut. Oh, yeah, you got him trying to find the answer for my question. You guys are getting deeper into my question. I guess that's just good radio. I don't have a problem with it. Y'all go crazy.
Yeah,
I'm just enjoying the show.
Like I said, it doesn't happen very often. It's not, but it is a pattern that I've noticed of Gothar that get involved or part of kindred, part of clans, part of things, and kind of just being them. A lot of what big aspects make them a powerful leader. They're becoming more political than spiritual to a certain degree, whether it's just because they have the ability to vote and quickly, or that they are starting to kind of fall into the wing of that kindred or clan,
No.
and it kind of dampens their role. They're not learning, guiding one community, but then the outsource. They're not encouraged to go to other clans. Because one, it's exhausting if you're down to one.
You signed up for it
So bad.
through marriage.
I was with it.
Oh no.
Figured right. Shut up. Let me answer your question.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So when talking about Sigurd and his marriage,
Yep, it was good. Okay.
okay. So
I'm terrible with names.
It's
I was
actually
calling Sigurd
Siegfried
Siegfried the whole entire times.
Gudrun ends up bewitching and wine that she Sigurd, and he forgets about Brynhild
Oh.
entirely.
Man, bro, I need to take a drink of that. Are you kidding me? I want to forget a lot of things.
Anyway.
That silence kind of just said it all.
So
The silence was.
So here, and I'll read this. Then she said, King Yuki, father, and I will be your mother, and Gunnar and Hogni will be when you swear oaths on this, and no one equal to the three found anywhere. Sigurd took this glad, and after he had from the horn, he forgot Brynhild. That is when goes about, tries to, and that journey then, but in the process, Brynhild had been by a ring of fire placed by her father that no one could enter except her love, Sigurd. But throughout, and Johnny Cash, burning her in a fire. But it's
I was like, Johnny Cash was a secret closeted pagan? Like, what? No, I'm just kidding. That's a whole bunch of deep conversation.
That moment, flame that forgetful chick that was placed on him burns away.
It was dispelled.
It was dispelled as soon as he crossed through the fire. That's when he realized it was done, and Gunnar couldn't cross the fire, so he had Sigurd do it in disguise of Gunnar. That's where the whole cheat from, but it wasn't cheat. Bewitched.
I gotta get my.
So, and I mean, there's things that can be said there where it's not necessarily that forgot or it was foul play on multiple.
That whole entire like situation. I want to be.
Does.
God's always had like the also the best.
Fates, man. The Norns, whatever you want to call them, they'll throw you some fucking curveballs for sure. But yeah, that's what that was. It wasn't that he was because he was bewitched to forget that entire previous thing in order for a few other
shout out to our going through the Volsung side. Go through it again. Get off.
Right?
That's
Yeah, I don't know, like,
good for you, John. Appreciate that.
of course, like, I don't know, Sigurd's story, it's like, I don't know why, but like in its own form, it kind of reminds me of, right? You know, he sheltered his whole life, was part of the kingdom, then obviously, right, Buddha or Siddhartha, he went and saw like 4 people, like, dude, what the hell is my life? And had like a midlife crisis. Sigurd, he went out, Valkyrie love, memories, killing dragons, like I don't know, I just see a lot of correlation with.
Yeah, and to your point, Siddhartha Gautama was a prince in Thailand or Tibetan, or
I think it was in Thailand.
and
It
that
was either
is
Thailand or India.
and to your point, he got up. He was property, the palace, anything like that. Go out on night, like what are you gonna do? So he, at an exact point, he sought out knowledge that was him, taking in mind everything he needed him, maybe trying to manipulate him in one direction. Now, obviously, he gave up all of his worldly things, including his entire kingdom, the rules to venture out and Saga the Volsung, full of pitfall and opportunity. Things are taken away from them, and they're forced to do, or they take it upon themselves to leave.
I think like the beauty, no matter like how she gets, there's gonna be those amazing.
Yeah.
All those amazing moments are. And that's why I believe Sigurd, like, obviously, I remember when I asked, hey, do you know, you're like, dude, you need to read yourself, and you.
Oh yeah.
That is what I did. Because,
It's good.
yeah, it is amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, the Havamal, very important. Grimselmoth, very important. Luspa, also very important. With Sigurd, like you said, White Wolf, time you suggested me to read was, this is a story. You're gonna get your own, and that's what I got.
Okay. Does that satisfy your questions? Yeah.
Oh,
We still haven't.
yeah.
Still,
yes,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was gonna
okay.
say. And then I have also one more question after.
Yeah.
All right.
I totally forgot to ask.
Let Brain Ring start that one.
yeah. So, spreading paganism, honestly, you just got to be your ambassador. That's where I kind of it all that jazz. Whatever New Uppsala does, we're putting our best foot forward.
He's the best foot.
Yeah.
It's a big
100%.
Yeah, he's like 6 foot. She's like 6'20", obviously.
Bigfoot.
But you know, you guys know the guy that had the Viking tattoos that raided the Congress
Oh, yeah.
building.
Oh my goodness.
That put a bad light on us because social media and news outlets were picking up and was like, oh, look at this Viking raiding a government building.
And
He's not even pagan.
That also raises like another like Viking. Like, there's a lot of rape there, and like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, the Aesir gods definitely. But even in the Havamal, when you give your love and loyalty to a woman, you gotta like keep. So it's one of those things where, yes, we can be the ambassador. How else can we representing who gods were and what the Eddas give?
So to me, it's misunderstood as a whole how it's organized, because it's not the beauty of it. So to spread heathenry or Norse paganism, it's not that we're spreading it. We think of Yggdrasil, the roots. There are the pagans everywhere in the country. It's just us finding those people. They are already out there. We spread shit to identify and recognize. It's already out there, whether you know. So to mission and call out. So when you see certain thing that isn't just. It might ring a little more spiritual than they got in a gift shop. Something like that. Bring that's awesome. You might be. Then they never knew another heathen. So now the proximity is grown. So now they're more aware culture out there. It's just us having to basically find it
and the individuals to not be in the closet.
That's the part that I was going to bring up.
You had a soldier that
Absolutely in Celtic Druid and
yeah. All right, potato.
all right. Anyway,
the correct answer.
but he was
Like
totally
Sigmund
alone.
Freud.
He didn't had a community back home, but he joined the military, ended up here, and ended up talking about it today. And I was going after accommodation stuff to have a beard.
Yeah.
Take that debate somewhere else. I don't.
Oh, I did the same thing.
It's a spiritually.
Yeah, but started to pursue that. He was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm a Druid," and I was like, "The fuck, man! I've known you for like 3 years. What? Why haven't we talked about this?" But that's part of. I want to bring up. Sometimes the spread of it, and you can push it, you can fight for it, but there becomes a cautionary tone to that. Some people are baby heathens. Don't necessarily. They don't know where they want to go. Can't push them. So to spread it has to.
But encourage.
Yes. Being, yeah, come ask me questions. Be there. But yeah, no, that's what it is.
Offering. Everyone does it in a different. What's a good blue offer? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I did my first ever offering, like on my own, I had a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I was eating it, and I put it on a plate, and I was like, "Hey, Tyr, yeah, give me some like money or something." Like I'm not like something like you.
Them.
Dude, I look, I know, and then like,
Currency.
look again. I was very new to paganism in general,
I see where you're coming from, though.
and then like when I asked you guys about it, you guys said that there is no right or wrong way to do it. But I do think that there should be a blueprint to establish that. We have three gothars here. Maybe you guys can give us a better guidance. Because again, like I get it. Like my offerings are different. Everyone's offerings are different.
An offering is a true offering if it has something of value to you. That doesn't mean it has to be your paycheck. It doesn't mean it's a car. But Popeye chicken sandwich. That's your lunch. Set up an offering. Something of value to you, not that you found in the attic and didn't even know you had, and just forward. And like leftovers are a debatable topic. Get first cut or first set.
Yeah.
So something that has value to you. The first cut of if you corner piece, sucks to be you, sucks to be them. So like the just have value to you in any level. So it has to be something you're giving. Just doing a yard.
Pretty much.
Donation.
That is literally why, like, when I found out, like, okay, I don't know why I'm not getting it. I was like, all right, let me do my own research. Fine. Some people, like, they would do blood offerings, which is like one of the worst things. What you told me,
Calm.
yeah, like just like different like ways of like doing offering, and then eventually I decided to do my own version of an offering, which is just praising the gods for what they did, and then asking for their presence to help me out with what I need help for. Now, Mark, you have something to say about the blood offering, and we're all here to hear it.
Real quick, I need to get going. I have an appointment set up right now for me.
Go feed business.
Go feed it. Legit go. I can have you better boom here, and they can address bloods and the.
Can I come with you?
I'm here for the controversy. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Appreciate the spending time with here, White Wolf,
We'll see you back here
shortly.
soon-ish.
If not, like
Yeah.
3 hours. All right.
Yeah, make sure you go say bye to everybody too. And
Okay. Love you. Bye.
so, blood offerings.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're getting into it.
Oh,
It's
boy.
Midsummer. I don't care anymore.
Come on.
Hey, I'm down for it. Again,
Oh,
like I
boy.
just know that it's a bad thing because you're basically like
No.
dropping home.
Thing.
If you're
It's
losing a
strong-
piece.
No.
It's not a bad
No.
thing. This is the common misconception.
Get
That,
out of here, White Wolf.
yeah, just go away. Go.
Pitter patter. Give your
Okay.
balls a tug.
You're fucking temp. Never mind. So, blood offerings. They are not bad in any way, shape, or form. What you have to understand with blood offerings, Avmal, gifts are given frequently. The gifts given should be received in equal and returned in equal. Those parts of it, those parts of that are what's important and what people forget often. So when, for example, and I'll share a personal story of mine for everybody. When I was in military training, I had a moment where my son back home was having night. He was having horrible night for 4 hours. Bad things, and I wasn't home to help. So I reached out and I went, what's the one thing I can do? The one attention because of how important it is to me, and push that knowledge base a little bit further. What's the one thing I could do? So I went, who's the god that I would see being over dream? That was part of healing, those kind of things, but it wasn't even healing. I wanted the power of that control of dream. There's, but sorry, sidetracks, all the sidetracks. It's Midsummer, it's fun. But the one thing I could give was a gift given. I knew that that moment where my son was in pain, physically, it didn't matter. He was in pain, and I couldn't do anything.
That's the worst. Father, knowing that
Absolutely.
your son's in pain and you.
So
You can't.
I took a single drop of my blood. I got a diabetic finger poker, the little blood test
I
things.
want one so.
They work really. You can go to Walmart, $15.
Yeah, but like
No,
needle.
cheap too. That
Replace
part
it every time.
supposed to.
Oh
I like
my
that.
gosh! Okay, that. Yeah.
They don't. But I took a single drop of my, put it onto a candle that I went and got. I went to like the shop at and picked up this little tiny candle.
Oh, like the
One-
39, the 39 ones, or the 2.
Anyways,
Oh.
took that one. I put a drop of my own. I asked Odin, I can't. I'm asking you by my blood and use my strength that I can give up to help him, but I don't know how to do that. That to me is a blood offering. Because that gift that I get should be, according to our gods and according to our lore, returned in equal. Go for it.
With his friend a man should be friends ever. Pay back gift for gift, laughter for laughter. Learn to give, speak lessons lies. So, bad gift. Someone does you wrong. Karma's a bitch.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But no, that to me
It
worthy
just
of
made
a-
me think of it.
fine. But here's what I say with that. Blood offerings are not. Talk about the larger scale animal sacrifice style. In today's world, the common idea they are not necessary. Back then, if the crops failed, people died.
Yeah, right. Like as you
And that's okay. And this is where I've gotten a lot of heat for this and saying this. I disagree with the idea that gods would appreciate accept those kind of offerings. I still feel like they are certain aspects of what we do.
Peter would not.
Peter probably hates it. That's fine.
I mean, but that's just how our religion was, and that's how like that's the closest we got to the results needed when it comes to past.
But so and that's where the difference happened in today's world. I understand that difference happening there because it's fair. Hungry, we go to Walmart or Popeyes, wherever, and we can pick up food pretty much anywhere.
But
the chicken.
yeah,
Oh,
but
so-
I think they're making lunch.
yeah, but they
Bitter
didn't.
powder.
But they didn't. But the thing is, they didn't have like chicken sandwiches or a fucking Walmart back then.
Oh yeah.
All they had was meat that they would have to make themselves, or like
They
they
would
would have to
have
have a
to
cow.
bring-
Yeah.
They had. So in that offering sacrifice, they were begging, but
They were making an offering.
Eating.
No, they're
they were
pleading for it. They were making
offering
an
something
offering.
that could sustain them and saying,
We're sacrificing
This-
this.
so that we can survive. And that's the key part of that. The survival act.
I mean, in the end, all the Aesir gods love us, including Loki. And
But if I can, I will dispel the idea that blood offerings are bad every chance I get. Because I disagree entirely. And I get a lot of for it. People ask me questions. I'll die on this hill and through the blood make that offering to teach this.
so then I think like we can all agree then doing the right way of a blood offering would make
Yes.
more sense. Because like you can't do like a whole entire like emo music, like cut your wrist like all the way to your forearm and like
I mean, I could.
but in the end like it's more safe if we just do the single drop of blood.
It's all about intent and like gift for a gift. If
How big is
yeah, that's how I would judge.
Oh man, I hope like no like racist redneck would ever do that. I want Donald Trump to be and like drops a whole ounce
They-
of blood.
thing and people
I am
They're
just cracking some joke.
Yep.
It's all joke.
But anyways, red paganism, or well known, gonna take time.
yeah.
Started what, like heavily in the 1970s.
Yeah.
The Wiccan.
The Wiccan conclusion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's keep that the way it is.
Well, okay, well that also comes to another thing. Do we derive from Wiccans or are we a part of them?
Art, all pagan.
So that gets into titles and different practices where that it's a lot harder to separate. Not hard to separate. Okay. From my very humble understanding, if I'm wrong, correct me. Whoever listens or watches, I understand that I may be wrong. Wicca is a conglomerate whole of a bunch of different types of paganism: Celtic, North American,
Neo-paganism.
Native
To be fair,
American.
every paganism does that. We all pick and choose whatever helps our practice.
That is true. I mean,
And
Neo-paganism
put a title
appreciates
on it.
nature more.
Conglomerated all of them or most of them into one thing that doesn't hold ties to any of them specifically.
If anything, I just narrow down Wicca as more magic based and spell work. Follow the three mothers.
They don't.
That
Some-
those would be the deities.
Some
But then you also have the classifications of like, I know a death witch. I know
I
a
know-
techno witch.
One of my best friends in high school is a white witch.
Yeah.
So
And then Appalachian witch. Like there's so many subcategories. It's just like
and that's witchcraft versus. It's super
Yeah.
weird. Most. I'm not gonna say that. From my experience, a lot of Wiccans practice green or kitchen.
Yeah.
kitchen magic,
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Herbs and stuff.
yeah.
And that's totally fine and it works great. In
Oh,
all
yeah.
honesty, it's functional.
I mean,
I've
we,
never had an issue.
yeah, we do it.
Yeah,
I mean, I personally do.
I do it. I've used it before.
Like remedies,
Yeah.
old remedies.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, even if you think about it, just using sage or mugwort. No. Mugwort, no. Sage, yes.
Sage is more Native American practice
Yeah.
than anywhere else, but it's functional.
Yeah.
So
That's why we use sage.
I mean, it's like indigenous. Even
Yeah.
indigenous, they had their own.
So I'll
Like
say this
the-
though.
Yeah.
I think I've said it on our podcast before.
Probably.
Is magic no matter where it comes from.
Oh, you only said that 100 times.
I know.
101 times, okay? Raven, don't attack his character.
Oh my god.
And I just dropped mead, okay? That's how passionate I am.
on, Batman.
I'm so sorry.
Batman.
No, when he will never forget me because I always had a Batman shirt whenever we had our study gathering.
The only thing I know is because you're using Batman.
That also, yeah.
All the usernames, I'm like, all right, what's your Discord username?
So I'll say that a million times if I have.
I need to come up with a saying.
Well, it's time for another question.
Yeah, let's go. What you got?
Can you be another religion while also being a Norse pagan? I understand that in Islam you have to only be Islamic. I understand in Hinduism they would recommend only being Hindus.
Partially.
Well, the thing is, I've been reading in the Volsung Saga, and I've read in the Edda. Nothing states that you have to only worship and do offerings to the Aesir gods. So what does that mean? Like,
You're forgetting a whole other tribe that we were.
Yeah.
More specifically today.
Yeah. Specifically today during Midsummer is the Vanir.
Yeah.
that is true.
So you completely disregarded the Vanir. But anyways,
All of Europe.
yes, not.
No, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna like, no, I didn't mean to. No, I forgot it.
A lot of people forget.
Let's start
love the
spreading
Bible.
more awareness.
What do you think we're doing right now?
A podcast.
Spreading
About the Vanir.
We have
Okay, I
people-
see your point.
We have people in Berlin that listen.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Berlin, Germany. There's some random person in Berlin that listens to our podcast fairly regularly. So yeah, but
I mean, I know of people that are Christian Wiccan.
Yep.
So they believe in Jesus Christ, but then
That's a whole thing.
they also do the magic side, but that's more tied to ancestral magic. And my grandma taught me this and it worked, so pass on the knowledge.
There was a dude TikTok.
Oh boy.
Okay. I love this because it made me laugh to myself really hard. It was a Wednesday. It was a priest or a bishop or somebody doing Ash Wednesday rituals, doing their thing.
Sorry, well, so he had like a Christian background.
Yeah, he was a Christian man. But in the process of explaining how Ash Wednesday works, did spell work. And I'm sure somebody out there that listens will understand exactly what I'm talking about. He took pieces of paper from a sermon he wrote, pieces of a holy tree that was an olive tree or something that was on the church property, and incense that he used in his ceremonies, put them in a bowl, lit them on fire, and then mixed it with holy water to create the for Ash Wednesday.
I don't know what
I
is.
don't know either. That's just a fun little side topic.
Okay.
But to answer the question, can you follow other gods?
Okay, and what about other morals of religion?
Sure.
Because like me, like I've done my own research. I believe in some of the Buddhist beliefs.
Where the hell is White Wolf?
I'm just saying, like,
Actually a Buddhist.
yeah, okay, you see what I mean though? Like, I believe in some of the morals that they have. I believe in the Zoroastrian, like what's it called, just off of my own heritage.
Yeah.
Good words, good deeds, good thoughts. It'll reward you the same way in the Hallmark. It's like just be an honorable person, stop being a dick, and just appreciate life for what it is. Most of the religions are like that. So that was like always a question that bothered me, because like people would ask me like, "Oh my gosh, your Mjolnir's so cool. I'm Christian or I'm Jewish, I'm Muslim, and I also be Norse pagan at the same time."
Yeah.
Because it's just from my experience, right? Like I've prayed with Christians, I've prayed with Jewish people, I've prayed with Hindus, and each and every one of them, like it takes a while for them to get the result they want.
Yeah.
Faith. When it comes to heathenism, from my own experience, it's like a next day thing.
That's awesome that that's your experience. Some people don't see that the same way.
Well, it's about how you ask the question. So again, because of Raven and White Wolf, they told me you have to ask them in a specific way. You can't go like, "Yo, hey, can I like get some bacon for breakfast tomorrow?" It's like, okay, no, can you feed me in a way that I would enjoy by having your presence around me? Or
It's complete.
This was
In a White Wolf conversation.
no, it was with him. I
Yeah.
remember. No, this was when this was when I told you about like the Popeyes offering that I did, and it was like near the end of the night when I was going to drive all the way to Aaron's house to
Well,
give him the
I
Mjolnir.
forgot.
Of course you did. You were trying to go to sleep.
Well, that and
There
it
may
was
have been some other things involved.
no.
Oh,
I don't try to do it all. I just do it at Midsummer.
all right.
In the honor of the Vanir. Okay.
But I honestly forget. Like, I know it was a very long night,
It was a very long
and
conversation
it was a
because
very
it was,
deep conversation.
it was a very
It's just-
important one.
Don't remember.
Well, basically you
But
and
also, I don't
yeah.
remember my rune readings I did yesterday.
Okay, that's a whole.
Yeah,
We'll talk.
yeah.
But regardless, like I personally believe, and I hope everyone that listens and watches this takes into the gods will answer you, but you have to ask them in a certain way. Like me, I was like, please make sure my mom is safe and doesn't have any injuries when I go visit her. My mom got in a car accident and her leg was demolished. Like she would get aches and pains and like she just couldn't walk. When I was there, she didn't understand why her leg didn't hurt anymore. In the end, if you just ask the gods in a certain way to have them help you out or to give their presence, because again, their presence is a gift,
Yeah.
they will answer. Like again, like when it comes to like Christian God, sorry, the Holy Trinity and such, you know, you go like, Jesus Christ, please allow me to do this and that, and then the exact opposite of that happens. And man, the mead really like went all over. That just makes it more sacred, okay? Like this is homebrew, but regardless, I just
You want to come back down?
Okay, because I was gonna take a break after this one for like 15, 20 minutes. Come back
fair enough.
so we can run. Everything's okay up there.
Well,
Sleeping on.
Okay.
Well, fair enough. I'll just end it on this. When it comes to the gods, you know, just like what Raven told me and what White Wolf told me, don't constantly make an offering to it. If you want quick results, be specific. And if you want something over time, be patient with how you ask. That's all I really have to say.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go drink some more liquor.
There you go.
Yeah.
Enjoyment.
This is a very, like, sobering conversation. I am not having 100 proof psycho. My goodness.
It'll go missing.
Yeah.
Wanted to take a break.
Just for a minute. And like, you have more questions? Do you
have a question.
All right, let's go. Sit
All
down.
right. So we got another person. So
And actually,
you need to close to the mic.
Okay.
You need to talk directly into the mic so it picks you up because of how sensitive it is.
Yeah.
So the video doesn't come across on your mic. Fuck's loud.
Makes
I am
sense.
Yeah.
so.
No, actually, because this. That you have to mouth them to get them picked up, so you and White Wolf didn't have to like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One more time.
So we got a novitiate of ours actually. Seth, yeah. You're with Sigvard and Rain Raven. We meet every Sunday except for coming Sunday because we're all busy. No,
Yeah.
wait, we meet this Sunday. Yeah, we didn't meet last Sunday.
Yeah, we didn't because of
Cool.
Yeah.
Midsummer.
Yeah.
So-
Woo! It'll be fun.
I'll be there. Some capacity or another.
But yeah, so he's one of our students that's learning how to be a gothar. He was in my footsteps and Sigvidar's footsteps, White Wolf's footsteps, just
Damn.
a long time ago.
Fucked up my name.
Sigvidar? But
Good.
he's fresh on his journey and he's loving every second of it.
It's been great.
He's very smart, and I'm curious what you have to say.
Yeah, so my question, like I said, I don't know if it's been asked or not, but what gods are associated with Midsummer?
Ooh. Good old Johnny.
All right. So,
Has it been asked?
no. All right.
No,
We haven't even talked about that yet.
no, we haven't.
It's all about Midsummer, and we fucked that up already.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
where
we're
my
doing
mind
great.
is at, is Midsummer. So
That's fair.
my first Midsummer. So
So,
My first Midsummer with people, other than myself.
gods that are normally associated with Midsummer: Sol,
Yep.
Mani,
okay, Sun and Moon
the sun and the moon.
makes sense.
There's, I wouldn't call them gods, but there's Skol and Hati, the two wolves that chase the sun and the moon through the sky.
Anything demigods? They're still
Children,
they're still
technically.
primordial,
Yeah.
still divine. in
And then there
aspect.
is Sol, which the sun. No. Sol and Suna. Sol being
Sol
the sun,
and
Suna
Suna.
being the god,
Oh yeah,
Mani being the god.
Suna's the one that.
Well, her and Mani, they're both on chair.
Yeah, but Soul is that.
The name of the shield is.
Baleen.
I'm retarded.
That's the shield.
Yep.
That's
Yep,
how
you're
I.
right. So yeah,
That's
those are
the
gods
atmosphere.
associated with it. Questions about them?
Yeah, teach me about them. So
Ask the questions, man.
I know. I mean, I haven't done any kind of deep dive into either. I know. And Manny, Sun and Moon. Like,
Yeah.
I know they pull the sun and the moon, and they're both chased for eternity, and well, until Ragnarok, by wolves.
Ragnarok.
Yes, because
The Ragnarok.
my understanding, yes.
Oh, you cheeky.
What did you do?
I know what the question. That's what I'm trying to get to. Yes,
No, it's not. Completely different events.
it's immediately a.
It's a precursor, but it's a different event. I will die. I'm right.
During Ragnarok? Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna be fishing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You're gonna be in the woods.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair point. I would be in the mountains, so.
So, Fimbulwinter. That's the leading event,
Hmm.
not Ragnarok.
Is that the one where it's a 4-year winter? 3-year. Okay.
No summer.
Where brother turns against brother.
And eat, man.
Cannibals.
All right. After we got. What was your question again?
What gods were associated with
Oh, yeah.
Midsummer?
Oh,
Is it just those two, or
Others that can be.
yeah.
Frey,
Prayer.
Frey,
Freya.
Freya?
Yeah.
Frey and Freya, brother and sister.
Yep. Balder.
Yeah.
So-
So Bragi. Bragi would be a big one that could be associated.
Well, I mean, with every.
Uh,
I could see Bragi in every single. Because unity. Music brings unity.
so? Here's my question: has anybody asked the question what Midsummer is about? Because, like I said, this is my first Midsummer, so I have a
Okay.
very vague understanding.
so, summer is the celebration. Longest day of the year.
Okay.
Now, when you dive a little deeper than that, it's an understanding that right now, Suna is winning her race. Hati, the
Because
wolf,
it's the last day she's pulling away.
pulling away and making that separation. Now,
Okay.
on the immediate flip side to that, Ani is losing that race. Goal.
Because the nights are shorter.
Yes. Because he's having to pick up the pace to get out of.
Yeah.
So this right now is an honor and a celebration of Suna.
Gotcha.
That is why during Midsummer we have the
Midsummer
games,
champion.
the Midsummer champion, the absolute chaos that is Midsummer,
Okay.
is to celebrate
So
setting a pace.
here's the next question then.
Yeah.
If Midsummer is a celebration of Suna winning her race, why is Manny also honored during this time?
Because he needs the strength.
strength.
Needs the strength, but then also it's the time that he's going. All right, you've been losing. You're about to win.
Yeah.
You're about to.
He's at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Immediately after tonight,
He's gonna start
he
winning.
starts to set ground between,
Okay.
and Suna starts to left.
Gotcha.
So no, this is to me
So pretty much there can only be one Highlander.
I mean, I would classify the spring and fall equinox as they're both even. That's the halfway point.
that is
Gotcha.
the happy medium.
Yeah.
Both.
Makes sense.
But then you got I want to say you brought it up. Patty Cooler.
That's just a personal thing.
Yeah.
Explain.
So
John
First-
asked me about that earlier too.
did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I gave him your answer.
Did he? Yeah.
He was like,
So that Frey and
Prayer and
Uh-huh.
Freya.
Frey,
Prayer.
Freya,
Freya.
Frey.
Prayer.
Um,
Helheim.
Niflheim.
Niflheim.
I love you. Okay. So, Frey and Freya honored during this time being the time of celebration where everyone about the seeds have been planted, all things have happened, and
Very
we're
nature.
very nature-centric idea. Dottie, question, been forgotten.
Okay.
They are up in their own place. The gods and goddesses of winter present.
Yeah.
So when I make off them during this time, which I haven't yet, I plan on doing it today
Okay.
by myself.
Yeah.
No one else needs to be involved.
I like
But
Scotty, so can I join?
I relate to them in a different way. So in the process of them being somewhat forgotten, I like to pull them back.
Okay.
Still out there. Respect you. I understand.
Yeah.
I know you're not here now. I know you're not present, but you're still there. It's
You're still
kind
important
of like that
to
text
me.
you send in the morning. Like, hi, good morning, thinking about.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is to me.
Okay. All right.
So that's why I honor them at this time as well, because they may be off doing their own thing. They may not the moment or thought about as much, but I still see
Okay.
that makes sense.
I've always pictured, and when you were describing it the first time to me, it's a bear coming out of hibernation. We're offering them their first. Be like, hey, it's time to wake up.
Yeah.
You're here. I'm here with you. Let's start off with a good, eating. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is midsummer.
Yeah.
Here shortly, they're gonna start come out of that hibernation period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting in the fall, around the fall equinox,
Yeah.
the autumn equinox, is when they're gonna start to pick up again.
Okay.
They're going to be more active. That's when the worst of it.
I would argue, but
Wild Hunt. It wrecked me last. First time ever, it wrecked me last. I blew up.
the flow. Don't fight them.
Run with
Don't
the
fight
wolves.
the wild hunt. It's not that hard. Accept it and run.
Fishing.
Go fishing.
And then just watch the world burn.
No, but yeah, that's why.
Okay, I have one more question.
Hey, go.
When you drew the circle or Midsummer, you made a comment about the land whites
Yes.
being drawn here. Can you explain why?
Okay.
Have fun.
As head of the order, I consider my order within the school the fuck around and find out. Do you agree or disagree? I'm curious now.
Most aggressive out of all three of us, but at the same time, you're wary of the consequence.
Calculated decisions to fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
You do some batshit shit I
I
would
do
not want to
want
do.
to.
As a wolf, you're crazy, and as the raven, I just want to fucking stay above and
Right.
keep my eyes above.
I mean, I've kind of already dipped my toes into that.
So
Wrap up soon.
here shortly we'll and check on everything.
Yeah.
When I did that, I intentionally did not set a barrier.
Okay. Hey, come have fun.
I set a sentry. So instead of putting up a wall, I put markers. Push people. But just
You put up a couple of bouncers.
exactly, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
And I wanted the landwise involved because I wanted to know what would happen. This is genuine. My curiosity. This is home. This is going to live in this space regardless.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see what would happen if during Midsummer I invited the.
I feel like it's gone great.
I agree.
As they should.
Right.
Festivity. House whites.
Yes. Well,
They're
they
here.
already were.
They're
that
here
was easy.
regardless.
Well, with the flux of people coming in.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean. But yeah.
I'm assuming you did it
But yeah,
because of
that's why.
Midsummer.
Okay. Sounds great.
But take a break for now.
Yeah.
I'll see if I have any more questions later.
For people, fuck ton of questions. Yep. All right. We'll be back. Enjoy.
Appreciate you guys listening to the new Uppsala podcast. We're going to be on break. And not sure if it's going to be exclusive or not. I'm still up for debate. Not sure. Because of how many we're going to do.
I have no idea, dude.
Exactly. But anyways, appreciate it. And we're going to be, for Midsummer, we're doing something special that you only get on Patreon. We're all going to get plastered and talk for X amount of time. It's going to be fun.
All right. Hell yeah. Okay. Cool.
It'll be fun. All right, bye.